Okay, so you want to go to film school but you don't know how to get started. That's okay, because today we're going to talk about that. Now, do I need to go to film school? No. You don't have to go to film school to make films, and I think you already know that. But the reason why I chose to go to film school, and why a lot of other people probably choose to go to film school, is networking, okay? Networking is important, but no, you don't have to go to film school in order to grow your network. You can get out and go meet people straight away if you really wanted to. But I personally found that I preferred to go to a small film school where it was a tight cohort, smaller group, so we're kind of forced to get to know each other, and eventually we did, and we became really close friends. And even till now, after what, 4 years now, I'm still working with the same people. So I personally found film school very useful for me. Now, in terms of knowing and learning the technical parts in film and the different roles, I think it was good for learning the fundamentals of film, but getting above and beyond that, I ended up just dropping out after doing my diploma, and then I got onto film sets, and that's how I learned and grew the most as a creative. Excuse me. I know some people who did the bachelor's or who are planning on doing their master's, and for them that's what they prefer. Me, because I wanted to learn on real set experience, I decided that the diploma was enough for me, and here I am, and worked out fine. Now, to get onto actual film sets, it's really, there is no straight answer. I wish there was, but there really is not. I personally got onto my first film set because my classmate got onto a set and they needed an AC or a grip, and that's when they reached out to me. So it was really through mutuals and through friends and just getting along with people, growing your network. That's how I got onto film sets, and after that one, then they liked us as people and they ended up getting us onto their next film set, and so on and so on. And naturally your network expands. There is really no step-by-step guide. It's really pretty much just figuring it out on your own, which can seem daunting at first, but I promise you it's really not. I think just keep making films, keep doing what you're doing, and eventually people will see you and the right audience will naturally be drawn to you. Research, I think is very important, because in an industry that's constantly growing and changing, YouTube, social media is your best friend. Constantly learning on the go. There's so many free resources out there nowadays. You know, keep an eye out for what's trending, what movies are doing well, what's not doing well, why, you know, why, and also the different roles, because, you know, I didn't know what I wanted to be or what role I preferred to be when I first went to uni. I thought that I wanted to be an editor or a DP. You know, I just wanted to make YouTube videos, to be honest. But it wasn't after uni and after working on more and more film sets that I realized directing is actually the path that I wanted to take. And here I am, and I directed my first music video just last year, and I love it so much, and that's what I want to do forever, for the rest of my life. Make films with your siblings or your cousins or your friends. Literally just get anybody who is willing to help you for free and create something just for the hell out of it. You know, you don't need to be amazing, just get out your phone and start shooting whatever you want. How I started is actually by vlogging back in primary school. When I was like 12 with my sister, we would make Friday diaries, is what we would call them, where every Friday after school we'd go to the park and do science experiments, and I would vlog that. It was so stupid, but I loved it and it was fun. And I just always loved watching home videos, you know, years after years. And it's just something that I love to do. And then I started YouTube, and I'm not exactly great with my consistency and discipline, but I'm trying. But yeah, I think I completely forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, watch movies. I know that's a pretty obvious one, but watch as many movies as you can. Watch the really, really good ones, watch the really, really bad ones, and keep track with which ones you enjoy personally, why you enjoy them so much, what does it mean to you, what would you do differently, and that will naturally build your identity as a creative. Me personally, I watch a lot of Asian films, and so Asian cinema is kind of, you can tell by the films that I make, there's a lot of Asian influences in that. So I think that's very helpful in terms of building yourself as a filmmaker. Listen to music. Music is actually something that I wanted to get into before I wanted to pursue film. So yeah, fun fact, music is probably one of the biggest inspirations other than life itself that gives me stuff to write about. I think just listen to your favorite music. What does it make you feel? What do you see? Like, what kind of scenes you envision? And discipline. Discipline is something that I myself lack sometimes when it comes to making YouTube videos, but discipline is going to get you far when it comes to, well, anything really. So if you want to get onto film sets, get your films out, film festivals, things like that, I think being consistent and being proactive, making films, getting out there, networking. Look on Facebook groups. Ah yes, Facebook groups. Now, there are a lot on there, okay? You don't have to follow every single one. Trust me, that's gonna mess your brain. There's a lot out there now, which is actually a good thing, because if you think about it, Perth is very small and the industry here is only just growing. So yeah, keep up to date with what's happening in these Facebook groups. Sometimes people post things saying, oh, I need a grip, I need an AC, I need a DP, blah blah. So volunteer. Things are going to be on those Facebook groups. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all for today. If I've missed anything, which I probably have, feel free to comment below. And I will see you soon. Goodbye.